battery charge packs that Microsoft provided. I'm pretty sure everyone has one of these. You use it a couple hundred times and then it stopped charging. So today we're going to show you how to modify this so that you would actually have one of these type of empty cases. You could put the batteries in there, and then you can use this shell as a battery backup. I know a lot of us are throwing these things out when they don't work anymore, but they actually have good use in them still. So I'll show you how to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. These are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need your ruler so you can do a little bit of measurements. You're going to need one of these empty shells. And you're going to need obviously the battery pack that you want to modify. The remote. You're going to need a pin so you can make draw out a line. 2 batteries. A screwdriver of some sort. And some wire. It doesn't necessarily have to have this type of wire. In this case, we're using Cat 5e wire. It's copper wire. It's kind of thin. It's easy to kind of manipulate. And you're going to need a knife. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our shell here up against a flat surface, and we're going to put our modified thing here against a flat surface. We're going to take the ruler and we're going to measure out the line where we're going to want to cut it. We're going to take our marker and just draw a line. Okay, we'll cut behind that line. Now that we have our line on it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a knife. Now that's where this knife comes into play at. This one right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the one that's already preheated for this video. I just used that knife to show you, and basically what I did was I heated up a knife on the burner, and now that I have that knife, what I'm going to do is go ahead and use this to cut this. It's already preheated. We're just going to go across it one time across, and then you're going to make sure that when you cut it, you don't cut across the other piece. Okay, we got that side, and now we're going to do this side. So I'll show you that in a second. We'll just wait on this knife to heat up just another minute, and then we'll go ahead and cut that off. Once that's cut off, I'll give you guys the final steps on how to create this, modify this particular battery pack. Now there is some batteries that's on the inside of this that we're going to have to pull out, and I'll show that to you guys in a second. They're just regular batteries that Microsoft used to kind of solder together, and they're rechargeable, just somewhat similar to the ones that we have here. They're rechargeable batteries. They're just connected together. And so we're going to pull those out. Once we do that, we're going to have an empty shell. And then once we have our empty shell, we'll be able to go ahead and finish up. So let me see if this knife is ready. What I'm going to do is just cut this off across the top, as I suggested earlier. Should come right off now with a little bit of prying. So we're going to take our good old butter knife and we're going to pry it a little bit, take it apart. Okay, there we go. So now we're exposed our battery. If you have a little bit of sandpaper at the end, you can kind of sand these grooves down. But right now, we're ready to take our battery out. So this is probably going to take a little bit of prying to get this out. Okay, so there you go. So now we have our battery out. And there's a little chip. If you can look in here, there's a little chip board that Microsoft used. You don't need that anymore. So you could just press on it and take it right out. See that? Easy. Now we have our modified shell. Okay? They look identically alike. This one has a line down the middle. This one doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to making our wire. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to strip back this one set of wire. Okay? And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this off. What I'm going to do is take this right here, screwdriver. I'm gonna wrap this wire around it to make the coil. So just gonna go around it like this a couple of times. Okay. Notice how I pushed back on it. Okay. And then I'm gonna come over here and make a little line, and then let's do it again. Okay. Basically, this is, you take that off. Now this is going to be your contact points. You're going to take that and push that down in here like so. Now if you can look directly in there, you're going to see that the coil is down in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the coil is down in there. So once that's in there, you just drop your batteries in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a sign, plus and minus sign on this thing. Plus, minus. That way we know how to put that battery in there. So the plus side is going to go up. The minus side is going to go down. Now, pretty much that's how we have it. Sticks out like that. We're going to go ahead and install our battery. And there you have it. Modified remote. Working. Thanks a lot for watching our YouTube video, guys. You guys take it easy.